Hi, I am Ajoya Jackson, owner of AJ Excursions.
And I'm Naja P., owner of Freaking Fresh.
And together we are
Village Vibez.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
What is Village Vibez, Naj?
Village Vibez. Village Vibez is a movement. Our mission is to take the world as you know it and bring it to your back door.
So here we come. So you can find us on our social media, Instagram, One Village Vibez, Facebook at One Village Vibez. And then you also can find me on Instagram at AJ Excursions and Facebook at Joy AJ Excursions.
You can find me at Freaking Fresh on Facebook and Natural Impressions on Instagram.
So we have guests, as you can see. Hey! So remember, today is talking about why we are supporting Black businesses.
Betting on Black.
Betting on Black. That's what we have. So right next to me, we have Ash. So she's going to introduce herself. So take it away, Ash.
Hey, it's your girl Ash, your favorite stylist, educator, and motivator. And I am the owner of The Lock Lounge in Rochester, New York.
Hey, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Facebook at Ashley Antique Sneed, and Ashley is spelled ASHALI. And you can find me on Instagram at Locks and you can also find me at Kingdom Heritage, which is my hair salon page.
Thank you.
All right, I'm Unc L. Jesse or Jesse Watson. I am the general manager and co-owner of the Be Healthy Fresh Food Market, 442 Genesee Street.
Thank God for them smoothies.
And thank God for them smoothies. All right. And what other information do you need from?
So where can
How can they reach you?
Oh, we're at 442 Genesee Street, right on the corner of Genesee and Columbia. We got the best smoothies on the planet, if you ask me.
Yes. What about social media?
Social media is Jesse Watson on Facebook, Onk_EL_JESS on Instagram.
Thank you.
Imhotep.
All right, this is your Aboriginal brother Imhotep, culturally and lawfully known as Minister Kapata Amin Ra Shiamaru. I am CEO of the Be Healthy Fresh Food Market and the Life Roots Ministries of Indigenous Peoples, and Ministerial Ambassador of the Aboriginal Republic of North America. You can find me at Be Healthy Fresh Food Market, 442 Genesee Street, as well as my Facebook, Minister Kapata Amin Ra Shiamaru, as well as Aboriginal brother Imhotep on Facebook. That's my second Facebook page. And then Instagram, Aboriginal brother Imhotep, as well as the Be Healthy Fresh Food Market, as well as the Be Healthy Fresh Food Stands.
Hey,
Right.
I'm like, Devin's gonna have a lot to put up
you
there.
can reach us at Be Healthy 585 on Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can reach us at Negus Shiamaru. He's another partner of ours at the Be Healthy Fresh Food Market.
Yes.
So,
Nice.
betting on Black. Why we should bet on Black? I think Black is the best. I'm just sorry, I'm biased, but I feel like we just have to bet on us. But
Right.
as business owners, because we all are sitting here not only as beautiful Black people, but we also are beautiful Black people that own businesses. So, Ash, talk about why are you betting on Black, and why do you want them to bet on Black?
So for me, I am a Black business owner. I have a son who has a business. He's a DJ. And so in order for us to pass down some things generationally, I truly feel like I am the curse breaker of the family.
Right.
And so to break those generational curses of, poverty, and not that everybody's in poverty, not that everybody is wealthy, but there are certain things that are passed down generationally to us,
Right.
as being Black. And so I want to be able to pass down to my nieces, my nephews, my son, sisters, brothers, everybody, pass that down to them so that they can take something on instead of the things that have been given to us already. And so what I do understand is if you change your mind, you change your life. And so to think that I got to run to Walmart to get something when I can just run up the street to Be Healthy Fresh Food,
Right.
if I don't have to run to Wegmans and I can go get apples or oranges or, around the corner, then that puts food on the table for their children, that gives us money to do the things. I love to give back. But one thing I learned is that I was giving back and I ain't have much money to give. I was just,
okay.
Right.
I'm giving out RG&E money and stuff. Like I didn't have the right balance of it. So I've understood that I have to receive in order to be able to give.
Right.
And so I had to learn to get and take. And, I've been a owner for a little while, but I do feel that there were principles and things that I needed to learn to take me further to where I can be, in a financial place that where I'm like wealthy, you know what I mean? And so I believe that that's where we are all going. So it's important for us to get it from each other. Why not?
Spread the dollar. Like we, her and I just had this beautiful conversation. I was contacting someone in South Africa and it wasn't working out. And she's like, well, what about your girl who came and hooked us up when we were in Soweto?
Let's shout her out.
Sybil, thank you. Right?
Thank you.
She left on her lunch break to come and shop with us and to make sure we got the best deals. So I hit Sybil up. I was like, can we go in partnership? Would you go shopping for us for our boutique? Sybil was like, I'm coming to the United States March 7th. I'm going shopping for you. She said, oh, did you know I'm coming back in 2 weeks? After that, I'll go shopping for you again. And then I'll just ship and I'll see you in November. Yeah, get that? November 23rd through December 4th. We'll be in South Africa again. So, but we went in partnership and to spread our dollar, not only amongst us, but to someone across the ocean to make sure we still keeping our dollar.
Keep our green black.
Don't
play.
So how have you been impacted by betting on black and by getting us to come and support, and then you taking that black dollar and generating it within our community?
Well, it's been very impactful, actually, because I was doing a little research and I found that it only takes 6 hours for $10 to leave the black community, but it takes 30 days in the Asian community and probably about 20 days in the Jewish community. And by us being at the Be Healthy Fresh Food Market, we're constantly providing our people with their own money right back to them. We're not taking the money and going, doing whatever we want to do with it. We're actually reinvesting within the store so that we can constantly provide them with the best possible nutrition. And that's just going to keep that money flowing. The longer it stays in our community, it's a lot easier for us the longer the money stays in the community, the more wealthier we can become, pretty much.
Right.
I agree.
That reminds me of something that our late great ancestor Malcolm X says. He says, when you spend your money outside of your community, the community in which you spend the money in gets more powerful, and the community in which you took the money out of becomes weaker.
Right.
So it goes without saying that, every time we find a European business establishment or a Korean business establishment or any business that has something that we could have got from our own people, we actually make our communities weaker. We make the families, a little less wealthy, and we make other people's families more wealthy. We make their communities more stronger, and I think that's working backwards. But I'll be honest, it becomes quite task forming, trying to source Black businesses for the things we need. Yes. I mean, like I go hard at trying to find Black businesses to purchase produce from, to purchase, supplies like packaging supplies and, and care products and things like that. And not to say that, they're not out there.
I know you about to go. Come on.
Price points.
Let's go.
It's a brother, and I'm not even going to say no names, but it's a brother at the public market. Now, I told the brother I have a business and I would like to purchase my produce solely from him. He charges 2 times more than the man right next to him charges. And nobody in the public market charges more than this brother. And I'm like, brother, I'm buying, 10, 15 boxes at a time. I don't care how much you're buying. This is my price and I'm not going down. All right, well, I can't spend no money with you right now because I'm not going to make a profit. You know what I mean? So, we faced with this kind of thing, even with like products, care, skin products and things like that. And now we're at Be Healthy Fresh Food Market. We're offering hygienic products. So, body butters and, hair products, shampoos and deodorant, toothpaste and things like that. And we also, just to throw this out there, we have a cooperative corner where we are opening it up for any local business who has those products. We'll put your products on the shelf and sell your products right next to our products as well. But I've tried to buy products from people before, and people sell, a 8-ounce thing of shea butter, $25. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That stuff ain't even cost $1.50 a pound. You know what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes the prices be like, so outrageous that it makes it hard for brothers and sisters to support our own people. But I think that goes to sourcing. We got to start putting more, research into where to get the raw materials from, because people in other places, just like the sister here just said, that she's getting her materials from Africa, right where it's am I correct in saying that? That's what you're saying?
Right where
it's made at.
Right.
Where a lot of times people get it from somebody who bought it from Africa and sent it to somebody, and that person sold it to a distributor who sold it to a retailer, and you got to pay everybody in between instead of going to your brother who originally made it.
And that's where we have been talking about this, and this is a journey regarding price point, regarding quality, because this is going on year 2 for me, trying to keep as much money as I can within our community by supporting every Black business. And not to say no names, I lost my second website because I paid you to design my website, and because I didn't want to keep going with her, she said, well, it's hers. Wait, I paid you to design my website. It's not your website. And so I had to then go spend more money to go to another Black business to get my website done. And the first thing that they said to me, and I say this, I keep thinking about what he said. He's like, yes, support Black, but support the right Black.
Right.
Yeah.
And I had to learn. I learned that by taking a loss, and I was going to sue her because she needed to learn a lesson. But then I started hearing so many other people have the same experience from her. So you killed yourself, and I didn't even have to do it. But it hurt me because you're Black, and I wanted to support you, and I think you are amazing. But you want to hurt us.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Just because they look like you doesn't mean they're for you.
Want the money.
Right.
They just want the money and success.
Yes, and
without the
that's
sacrifice. And the biggest thing is that a lot of people, they're so consumed with trying to just get that dollar that they lose a grip on their own personal integrity. Integrity is very important, especially when you're dealing with Black people.
And you build business.
And I think one of the biggest things that we have to remember is that a lot of people didn't go to school for business.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they let social media make them jump off their jobs and lose all their little money and, their security that they had. So now they like, I gotta pay my bills. They're in this like crunch, right? It's almost like anxiety. So it's like, I gotta sell this to you for such and such and such. You know what I'm saying?
They also don't want to invest in learning the skill.
Absolutely.
So they fake it till they make it. And that was the issue. She was not competent. I'll say it. She didn't know what she was doing. I knew what she was doing.
Right.
And I didn't even go to school for that. Right. She didn't know what she was doing. Right. She was limited. And sometimes we limit ourselves.
And that's true. And so it's very important to invest in ourselves. And, a lot of times, like in business classes I've had, and just things that I've heard from different business leaders and stuff like that, what is your most important bill? And a lot of people would say like RG&E or something like that. For me, it's something to invest in myself so that I can, go fishing again. Right? Yeah. I'm just not buying a fish dinner. I need to be able to go fishing so I can fry it. I need to learn all of that first. I always hear to learn the rules and then break them. So I may not want to fry fish all the time, right? But I'm going to learn how to catch the fish, clean the fish, fry the fish in case I absolutely need to. Now, if I got the money and you love frying fish, then I'm going to just go ahead and pay you because that's what you love to do. But you bet your bottom dollar, I'm going to know how to do the thing that I need to do. And we miss that factor. Now, there's the other part of bartering. There's the other part of bartering. We don't always have to use our money if I'm going to get exactly what I need from you. If I can say, okay, Ajoya, I can braid your hair and then that can help with a down payment on my trip. Why not? Because now I'm signed up and now I can go and buy something for myself, or now I can go and learn something and meet people and whatever. But people are not, it's unfortunate because we find ourselves where we can't be trusted. And like they said about that integrity, that's one of the most important things. I can say that I am like a loyal member, of Be Healthy Fresh Food. And I believe that from the beginning, the beginning,
I had nobody in there.
I would hear people say, oh, what they do, give you free smoothies. Let me tell you something. I go live because when I come there at 7, they're open. I've been to plenty Black businesses and they weren't open. I don't care if he was tired. I don't care if his hair was
Jesse, let me tell you, my first week going, he sent me a message. He's like, I see you rushing to work. He told me, he was like, I get here at 6, right? he let me know. He's like, so instead of you coming at 7, you was like, you know I'm here at 6.
You can
so
be
you
ready.
can't be here earlier
I got
than what
you.
you're coming to get your smoothie before you get to work.
The accommodations, you know, just getting to know these people. And then it started off slow, then it's one, then after the other, every single time I went there, the doors was open at 7. I ain't have no worries. And when they were closed, there's a sign or there's a, you know, we're like, hey, what's up? You know, we're trying to find out in the community what's going on. We're not bashing them. I'm not saying, oh my God, I got here and they was closed and I needed to be, no. You know, I talk my junk and I'm like, I was hungry this morning, but other than that, I'm not talking my junk to the people out. Why? Because they have been solid. You know what I mean? Sometimes I forget my money. Sometimes my phone died and I'm trying to send a cash app. I'm like, yo, I promise I see the cash app as soon as I get around the corner.
Let me tell you, I send a cash app. Not one time have any of them said, let me stop and check. One of the times I sent the cash app to the wrong person. I didn't know until about 10 o'clock. Not one time did a message come through my phone to say,
where's my shake?
And I had to look and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Here, you know, it's 11 o'clock and I'm sitting at smoothie money. And it's because these are the things that we lack. And over these last few months, and especially, and I was telling her, and I got literally one of my group members, I run a Facebook group, posted about being careful traveling with this other lady. Right? So I'm trying to read and respond. I can't even read and respond because my phone is being blown up. Do you see this? What's going on? And I'm looking, I'm like, yo. And so I'm like, who is the member in my group that's stranded in Dubai?
Right.
A lady left her group stranded in Dubai. So I'm reaching out to her like, yo, you okay? What do you need me to do something? And one of the ladies, she's like, Joy, I'm good. I'm in Budapest. I just don't have no clothes because I had clothes for the Maldives, but I'm good. I was like, well, if you need me, here's my cell number. Call me on WhatsApp. I'm stressing. And I'm getting upset. I'm writing emotional posts like I was stranded in Dubai. You understand what I'm saying? Because and I got so mad. I'm like, you left one of us, one of your own. You know what they say in the army: you leave no man behind. See, that's how I feel about us. We don't leave anyone behind. You don't get on a plane to go back home when you left people. No, I don't care if you got to start calling your dead aunt to get some money to help these people get home. But you better get them home. And so I was so upset because I was like, wait a minute, you did this to us. You don't do this to us. And I think that's where I'm at with business.
Talking about the shortcomings of dealing with Black and brown owned businesses, sometimes shortcuts are taken, you know, and us as people who are purchasing these goods, we bear the brunt of that. Sometimes people aren't honest about things, you know.
A shortcut ain't never been good for a long time.
Shortcuts are not good.
At some point, it's going to catch you. But like I said in that post, we make mistakes.
Absolutely.
Right? But at that 9th hour, when you make a mistake,
go fix it. Right your wrong.
You have to.
That's accountability.
And you have to do it. And I put that up
Black
there.
businesses, we need to be.
We need to be accountable. But we also don't say anything. So, and I said to them, I said, well, did you let her know all these other trips were wrong? Did you talk to her? Did you send her a message? And I love this post they put up a couple of months ago. If I go to a Black business and something was wrong, I'm going to let them know, but I'm going back because I need you to fix it. Right. And if I got to come back again, I'm coming back because I need you to fix it. And I agree. But I also, more importantly, are we talking to these people? Like the brother that wouldn't give you a deal, because sometimes I think we start coming in because we're Black. I'm coming in expecting a deal. I know you, so I'm about to walk in to be healthy on Monday, and I expect you to give me my large smoothie instead of for $7. I expect you to have it and give it to me for $4. And I expect you on Tuesday to give it to me for $4. And on Wednesday, I might ask you to give it to me for $3.50. And so we get so guarded because we're like, wait a minute, I haven't came to you saying, would you give me a deal or may I have a deal? I think that's sometimes where we get, Naj and I were at Juneteenth. This Black man loved Juneteenth t-shirt, right? Hey, we got some new ones coming for this. Yes, Juneteenth. Get ready. So this man said to us, well, give me a deal on your Juneteenth t-shirt so I can go sell them in my store.
No, thank you.
I was like, no. La Chacrin. I was like, you want a deal from me? I said, I would never have walked into your store to say, give me a deal so I can go sell it at my boutique.
Right.
And, you know, those are some of the things that we forget. We haven't learned that part of business with Black people.
I think for a lot of times, too, it's more a lot of Black people get into business. Well, not all, but a lot of people get into business just for the money and not for the business.
Right.
In relationship, let's talk relationship, because let me tell you something. It's some people that I'm gonna give a deal to, but it's some that I'm not. Okay, because here's the deal: if I know you fronting and you got Jordans and your kids got all this different stuff, and then you coming to me asking me for a deal just so your hair could look nice for you to go out of town, I got an issue with that, because my baby look crazy because I just shorted you the $50, and I'm like, okay, well, you could just give me 50 and not the 100, but you take that 50 and you go over here and you buy your kids new clothes.
You know, I would like
you feel me? Allow me to say to you, yo, you been here. Take this.
Right.
Let me. Now I have no problem. I have no problem if we have relationship.
Right.
I have no problem.
But don't come demanding. You're not entitled.
Like, you are not
just because we're melanated doesn't mean we're entitled.
Absolutely.
And I tip. I tip.
Me too.
Right, please.
So I tip. Like when I pay, if you check, I've never paid the amount for my smoothie. And that's because I value that you are there. When I call you in my car, I'm getting in my car. When I get there, you're handing me my smoothie, telling me good morning. I value that. I value.
Absolutely.
And even with, this is my business partner, but I also make sure I've never came to her to say, would you do something for me for free? Because the one thing I value is our 17-year friendship.
Yeah.
Right.
This is my ride or die for me, right? So, but I never wanted to take advantage of my ride or die.
Right.
Because one day she's going to say, you better ride on your own, because I didn't value her as a business and her skill. And so sometimes we go to family members, we go to people who do a great business, and we, like you said, we demand versus saying, wait a minute, Joy come to me all the time. She might be a little short, or let me give a discount today. And that's out of goodwill, but we walk in expecting, because we look like one another.
You know what else we do though? We walk in to a Black business and we do not give them, and this is generalizing, give them the same respect, the same consideration, that would treat them with the same regard or reverence as we do white. I'm just gonna say it.
I think that's one of the very important things about, you know, as far as like the Be Healthy Fresh Food Market, like we try to focus on customer service.
Right.
And that's a lot of Black businesses, and a lot of businesses in general, they lack customer service.
Tell me about it.
A simple hello, how was your day today can make a person's day. Because, you know, a customer service, you let that customer give you what they have so you can give them the best service possible. There's times, well, how's your day going? And I ain't got to say nothing else. You're going to tell me everything. Well, all right, you go out there and conquer the world.
We have an issue relating to each other in general. Some places don't have that customer
service. And a lot of Black consumers, they look for extra customer service when they come to a Black business, but they'll accept, you know, whatever from whoever. Yeah. Because we out in the corner of Genesee and Columbia, and there's a hairdresser across the street. And I've went in that hairdresser before, and I've never heard not one person ask for a deal.
Hold on, not a hairdresser.
The hairdresser, but the hair store right across the street. They come in there, they spend their money religiously,
and never
once even consider asking for a deal.
Have they asked you for a deal?
Consider, never even thought about. And like who said, we're not walking in Walmart, Wegmans, Whole Foods, Target, any place. We don't walk in, if we don't have a coupon saying, I'm your faithful customer, because we all know Target takes me out.
Okay, everybody.
I just hate walking to that doggone door, because I know Target about to get me. I think is a scam. Something's going on in this place. But I don't walk in saying, yo, Target, I'm back. So what you gonna give me today?
Right.
So why do we expect us? And that's what I want. I want us to start realizing, and it's okay to shop with us. Find the qualified person to shop with.
Absolutely.
Find the person that does the good service, that provides a good customer service. And the bad one, let them know why. Because we are quick to go on social media and talk about Lisa and whatever Lisa did.
Instead of talking to, we talk about a lot.
Yes. But we didn't go to Lisa saying, I came to your shop, I came to your business, I went on your website, and you didn't respond. You didn't, provide my services in a timely manner. You didn't. But we on social media, and Lisa sitting there like, when she came and picked up her stuff.
Yeah, she ain't had nothing to say.
She ain't say anything.
That's so cowardly. Yeah, that is something.
And it happens. I would say I've seen it from both ends, because sometimes the social media is necessary, because when we do call Lisa and she not trying to respond and she trying to hit us in the head with the okie doke, I'm gonna have to let everybody know we're not going to Lisa. Strike. Like mute Lisa. Okay? Because we're not gonna play with Lisa either. But that's what I'm saying. That's why it's important to understand the business. Like, I was trained at 15, my first official job somewhere was Wegmans. Okay, so I did, good grades pay and all that, but Wegmans was my first job out in the community. Let me tell you something. When they used to train us, if you ain't learned nothing else on that board, if the customer come and tell us that you're the reason that they don't want to come back, you don't have a job.
You're done. Yeah.
Guess what? And the customer could be dead wrong, but you better bring it up. Come and talk to a manager. Let us handle it. Let us tell them that. But if it's the girl on aisle 3 said XYZ and I'm never come, your job is done, because their customer service is number one.
Right.
They be listen, our customers are the reason we can open up more stores. There's no way I'm gonna let you, the person I'm paying, I'm going to let the person that's bringing me the money, I'm not going to let them destroy my business either, but let us check it and let us handle it. Don't you try to do a manager's job. And sometimes we get a little bit beside ourselves with thinking that, oh no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, or sometimes we're so used to a person. Like, I know Imhotep, I was always there. He always came in. But guess what? I learned everybody name in there. Oh, hey, you knew. You might. Now, I'm not new. I'm like number one customer. You're new. What's your name? And get to know my stuff. Because when I come, I don't care who in here. I want it done, and I want it done my way. And I'm going to make sure I pay, and I'm going to make, but I'm not going to come in like, where Imhotep at? Oh, he not here today. Why he not here today? Because that's why I wanted to make my... No. We get this entitlement where we feel like, as a customer, we can come in and kind of bombard somebody's business. Right. But then at the same time, the business owner got to make sure, or the manager or whoever is there, you got to make sure that you're not trying to beat up on the customer neither, because sometimes they just don't know and they're asking questions. They don't know.
And that's the whole thing. That's what Betting Black is funny, because we have so many people in our community that can provide all of our services, right? If you think back, and I've said this, segregation was the worst thing that ever happened to us. Because we were self-sufficient, self-contained, and we thrived, and we went to one another. And even when we had a Jewish business in our community, that Jewish owner still valued being in that community with us. It was a valued business, and it wasn't why are you in my store? No, you know that your business is here because we are allowing it to be here. So it's, how do we get us to really circulate our dollars, circle the wagons? How do we get our dollars circulated?
I think, and this may be, something that's just, online maybe, but I think we need to collectively establish a policy, a cultural and social policy of spending, where we identify the type of service that we're looking for as people, as black people specifically. We need to identify, the quality of the product that we're looking for, the type of energy and environment we need to be exchanging when I'm giving my dollar to you, my hard-earned dollars to you, so that, and impress this upon all the business owners in the Black community. One business that when she was speaking about bartering, I'm into bartering as well. So it's the Livy's Jamaican food.
We love them.
I love Livy's.
Listen, their salmon be so
It be frozen a little bit.
And the carrot, the carrot.
Yeah, it's called that's the island mango.
The carrot drink.
You talking about the it's in a glass bottle.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's the carrot, the fresh carrot juice
mango.
with the sweetened condensed milk.
Yeah. I love Livy's. When I go there, shout out to Livy's Jamaican food.
Yeah.
When I go to Livy's, he's like, man, you didn't bring my smoothie. I told you don't come before you bring the smoothie, and we can just trade. So I'm like, man, I wasn't even coming from the store. I was just riding down the street. I had to stop, man. But the same thing with Arnett Cafe. Shout out to my brother Norman at the Arnett Cafe.
Norman, I was there today. Same thing. I just told one of the new. She was a new waitress. I'm like, honey, you know, I be here. I work here.
That's the entitlement, and that's what we need, though. When you know that you're investing into a business, you can have that kind of energy. But even with Norman, I go and get breakfast, and he comes out. He's like, "Hey man, go get me one of those smoothies, and we can just trade." I was like, "I thought you was going to say that."
See, that's how, and it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
We can barter and come together
because we get what we need. That's the thing. The barter, and sometimes people want to barter and then they don't have the product or they don't have what I need. You know what I'm saying? So when you're doing so, you got to make sure it's like, okay, he got breakfast and he got breakfast. So
is there a platform specifically for that we can go to online? Within
I had started a barter group a while ago, like on Facebook, and I mean it's not really active right now, but I put up a post maybe like last year maybe, and I said who wants to be in this, and you just post inside and say, hey, I'm looking for somebody that does massages and I can do your hair, or
I think that's something that needs to be brought up to. It's the organization called Black by Black Rochester. It's B.O.B. Rochester.
That's what I say. Lomax. Lomax runs that.
Okay.
Lomax
but that'd be something that'd be
and he has a great website, and I put us up there. And I was trying to get Lomax and them to come today, but they were busy. But that's what they have as well as a website. And then I know Kadar Muhammad and shout out to Kadar.
Yes.
Love you. So Kadar and they have a website as well. And they send out with different Black businesses so you can go and support, but not for the bartering part. And that is key to being able to say, I have nothing to barter, y'all. I'm just coming trying to get your services because I don't know how to do hair. If I did your hair, you're going to be like a hater. I hate her right now.
Well, we need that.
But you can do sweets. I mean, think about...
She can bake.
Exactly. Think about...
See, that's bartering.
So think about the events. A lot of people have events, right? Yeah. I had an event, the Locks and Love songs, and so I needed food. So if you could bake, then I can braid your hair, and it just works out. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta say, what do you do? Like, what's on the table? Because one of the things too, like, I be like really feeling like I'm some type of, what do you call it when people are like talking to you all the time? Like,
what you mean?
Superstar.
No.
You are
yeah, right?
Oh my goodness. What is the word? When they come and talk to you and they laying on the couch.
Therapist.
Lord. Like people
Superstar therapist.
People like to talk to me. And I'm okay with that. But sometimes a conversation, sometimes people just need your energy. Sometimes people just need a conversation. They just need to talk to you. And in return, they're like, here, just, take the food.
Because I have an event. Some type of event, maybe every couple of months or something that we can all get together. Something easy breezy, like, organic. You're talking about vibe and energy and synergy and get that.
The thing we can do is actually start getting to see if we can all, as business owners, start sharing resources. And resources don't mean money. Resources are like knowledge.
Right.
Like, as a business owner, I can come into this place and instead of, putting this man down for what I can clearly see, he's like, hey man, can I talk to you for a minute? Here's what I can offer you. Free of charge, because I want to share this knowledge with you. And vice versa, someone might come into the store, like we have customers come to the store and they give us a resource. They like, look man, here this what works for me. And I see this isn't working for you. So how about if you try it my way? Or I hear this person here.
natural
You can
resource.
try and
Mine
get
is
around.
the best
That
one.
knowledge resource is very, very good.
I'm gonna share another brother with you who we bartered with, and he's so profound. He doesn't get enough recognition in the city of Rochester. His brother name is Tony Jackson.
Yeah,
You're familiar with Tony
Graphics.
Jackson?
No.
He's from Panther Graphics.
Yep.
He has the biggest printing company in Western New York. I would even say New York State.
I think I've seen it on
I've
Facebook.
heard about it.
I don't know
Really?
who he
I
is.
think he's a
Serious,
Madison
man.
High School alumni.
Yeah, he's an
Okay.
amazing brother, and he just pours so much in the community. Tony, he's making our product labels for us, and so I'm gearing up like, okay, let me see how much it's gonna cost. And he's like, man, don't even worry about it, brother. You could just write me up a thing, list. I could get it all the wraps and smoothies. I'm like, oh man. So,
Because you're still spending. You're still spending.
Right.
It's just I do that. I'm like, okay, I'll run you a tab. You know what I mean? Okay. And
Well,
sometimes
thank you
my
for
tabs
Tony's
are bigger,
Yeah, but Tony, anytime anybody's needing to do, large scale printing or any kind of printing, man, the brother is a resource, man, and not for nothing, he has a $1 million business. He took me to the business.
We
He has
coming for you,
a
Tony.
super warehouse with all the printing. He got $2-3 million machines in there. This brother has a real serious business.
And I come from print, so I can definitely.
I'm a see
Because
Tony.
we just was we're getting ready for our Juneteenth.
Right.
And
That's-
we
yeah.
are,
Oh yeah.
we have our
shirts.
cars, but we have the t-shirt person, but the labels for our bags and stuff like
Oh,
that
yeah.
we were just talking
that's
about.
him.
So that's a great. Once again, that's sharing of knowledge. I'm in the Rochester through the city school district that business class. So I got into that, and this lady is every day you walk away, Monday and Wednesday, she's certain, teaching you some things, and some of the things I already had in place, my inventory, my invoice and the packaging when I send. But she said two things that just blew everybody. We were like dumbfounded. She was like, if you have a Gmail email, a free email, she's like, I'm never emailing you. She's like, if you don't value your business to get a business email that's not free. And we were like, clutching our pearls. And then she was like, and if you have a phone number and if I call it and you say hello, I'm hanging up.
Right.
Like business, keep business.
She's
business.
like, I'm hanging up.
I just saw, because you said that to me, and then I just saw Google Gmail for business, specifically Gmail for businesses.
And that's what I just paid for. I'm paying for the G Suite. She said that, and I went
I got one too.
signed up for
Right.
a G Suite because I was like clutching my pearls. How dare you say I couldn't use my free email? She's like, no, it's not professional. And as of Wednesday, I no longer answer my phone. Hello.
Right.
I answer my phone, AJ Excursions, Joya speaking. How may I help you?
Right.
And
Oh yeah, you sure
Nice,
did.
yeah.
When I called you today, you sure answered the phone
right?
like that.
And
Yeah.
but it was a switch. It was something minor because the other things didn't apply to me because her and I, when I created this business, we put everything together.
Right.
That even when we got to Brazil, they was like, "Yo, we know you spent money on
Right.
when we got our paperwork, we were like." Dad, for the 3 new people I had. The rest
Well, you
of
know
them,
what we did? We cut things because it was easier to use Gmail. You have a business
Yes.
email. I have a business
and
email.
I didn't like the
it's-
business, so I
It's
went
just
back
easier.
because
But easy is not always better.
And that's what I was about to say. That but these are small things that yes, I learned in the
set you
class,
aside.
but it's something that as businesses. How many of us thought about that? How many of us really thought about when you answer your phone?
I did, but I had 2 separate phones. But lately, since my other phone broke and I be answering, and I have to do my regular calls, I be just saying hello to everybody, and I'm like,
I don't
hello.
answer my other phone,
You know
but
what I
my
mean?
answer machine says you've reached
It does.
Dodge and freaking
Oh,
fresh.
okay.
It
And
says that.
But I'm just saying, like you're right, sharing of knowledge of business knowledge because I didn't go to school for business.
Yeah.
I started a business with no business knowledge whatsoever.
Yeah,
I have been learning
sometimes
on
it's a
my
gift.
own.
Sometimes
on my
it's a
own.
gift.
And this is going October 14th would be 6 years. But I have been learning. So the sharing of information to make us stronger, to make us better, so we can grow as a community, not just here in Rochester, not just in New York State, but
As a black
as
community,
a black community.
it takes a village.
It takes a village. It really does.
Pun
And we
intended.
It takes a village. Because we are that village and we are as strong as our weakest link.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Hold up, you got something to say?
Yes, I did. And this is to, to listeners, right? So it is very important to have a business email that is attached that, for your business. But that's for, in exchanging with businesses. Your customers aren't, gonna say, ain't gonna say like the sister said, I'm not emailing you. The customer will be like, what did you say? At yahoo.com? Cool. Let me see your email.
Yeah.
So, because a lot of times I see people and I talk to people because we do, I do consultations for business and health and all kind of stuff. And I speak to people and they're just like, so anxious and going crazy about, making everything right and paying so much for it. I'm like, yo, just do what you can. I always tell people the same thing.
Right.
Do what you can with what you have until you have what you need to do what you want.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
What you got right now, you just got a couple coins. Make it happen with what you got right now. And then as time progresses, you know what? I got a couple money, build up a little bit. Let me go get me this business email address. You know what I mean? But
or let me get me some nice cards or flyers or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see what we've seen though, and I can say this because I've been on different boards and panels and been at a lot of different businesses. We look real rich. Yeah. We look real, but the goal is to actually have that.
Yeah. So we know how to look.
Because think about it, when we go to now, it's a whole lot of businesses on Facebook and everybody, I got this, I got that, and we wearing our t-shirts and all of that. But if I come to you and be like, yo, I need an investment because I want to bring, D'Angelo here to sing. Can you help me? Oh well, I
ain't got that.
What's the $40 package?
I got
you feel me? What's the $40 package? I can help you. I can stand at the door. It's like we don't really have it to really invest. So if I really come in need, do we really have it? I want to be able. That's one of my goals. I need to be able. I need to have the ability to do whatever it is I want to do. I may not go buy a Maybach, but I still want the ability. Which means I got some things that I have to set in place. I have some streams of income that I have to put together. So we don't really have time to play. And so the other thing is with us in business, everybody is not going to be a business owner. Guess why? We need some employees.
Yeah.
So your thing, don't let nobody fool you into going to try to be a business owner when you can just be our manager, our general manager, and you can be
everybody wants to be a leader,
general
but if
manager.
there's no followers, what are you leading?
I'm gonna have to give you a little something different though. At the Be Healthy Fresh Food Market, we have a cooperative program where we allow all of our employees to have stakes in the business.
But see, that's different because they have your business. Your business is setting them up though to be a part without having to do stuff.
Right,
because there's probably some people that if you put them on the phones and they be like, yo. What? If you put them in the front, you know what I'm saying?
Get her to the back. You feel me? I came in to work at her hair salon. She want me to just answer the phone and talk about the product she used for my hair. Because if I go and touch your head,
feel me?
She gonna lose her business.
And that's the thing. So it's about the strengths and the weaknesses. I tell the story all the time. When I went to Florida and I walked into this restaurant, I'm like, yo, I need a job. What's up? I need a job, right? So they put me on and the lady like, oh, I'm gonna get you an interview and all that, but I need help in the back. I said, sis, if you want this restaurant to go up, put me in the front. Okay? Because I used to own a salon. So I know people and I know money. If you put me in the back though, and I gotta carry the chicken, we ain't gonna have no chicken. Right. Y'all gonna have to go fry it because I'm clumsy. I'm gonna drop it. Don't even put, because you know what I'm saying? So exactly. Know your stuff. E.T., the hip hop preacher, I listen to his podcast constantly. Okay, that saved my life. I'm telling you, literally. Here's my thing. He say, you focus on your strengths and outsource for your weaknesses. We spend too much time.
I like that.
You know what I mean? We gotta send out cards and we doing this and that and we trying to package it up and put labels on it. Yo, get you a little teenager, get them a couple pieces and $20 and have them sit there and put that, because we can employ our kids. I tell my son all the time, your mom got a business. Ain't no reason you should never have money every week, because you know what you could do? Mom, there's something around the shop I could do. Your mama know other businesses. So I could call and be like, can my son come sweep the floor or something? Give him $10. I don't care what.
Exactly.
You feel me? But we can employ our children. But that's the type of setup that we need. We need to be in position to be able to do so.
And
you know
how
what I
bad do
mean?
we, like E.T. said, how bad do we want to succeed?
Yeah.
You know, and he used, and I going to him, he used this scenario talking about Ray Lewis and LD when LaDainian came in to New Orleans. He's like, he got into NFL, was this fast running back, like going, right? And then he came in, ran up, and what did Ray Lewis do? Came and cut across the field, knocked him. Because in college, you was running and breaking all these records, but now you run up against a man that's 200 and something plus pounds, running a four something or less, and now you get hit with a grown man that is ready for you. And sometimes we, on this level, we are the dominant. We are, you know, and then we get to the big leagues and we got to run up against LeBron. You know, we got to run
big
down.
Fish, small pond.
And the sad part is some of us don't take that hit and get back up to say, wait a minute,
learn from the hit. Learn
that
from the
same
hit.
way. You may hit me, but it's not going to be that same way. Too many times we get hit and we stay down, or we get angry. And we get vengeful instead of saying, I got to learn. I got to figure out how he was able to cut across that field and get me. I got to figure out how to get out his way next time. And those are things that we're not doing.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't understand that success is continual. You know, once you reach success, you got to succeed at being successful. So you can be successful at this or think you've succeeded, but then there's so much more to go, and people will just stop there. Okay, I've succeeded at this, that's good enough, and then they fail.
People also don't share their failures. I mean, you do fail. There are stumbling blocks, and people don't talk about them because, you know, they got to save face. And not everything was smooth sailing for anyone, you know.
Especially as business owners, you know. And I talk about that constantly. You know, I have so many people who are like, oh, I'm going to open travel agency. I'm like, ooh, child, you let me tell you how much work you're going to put in this.
Right.
You know, let me tell you how I lost $10,000 this summer. I had to come out my pocket $10,000 this summer because of last minute cancellations. And if I didn't come out my pocket, that means my groups were going to suffer. They were not going to be able to travel. So you have to be able to catch that ball, catch that fumble, or it was a fumble. You like, wait a minute, we was about to touchdown. It's a fumble. I fumbled right in their yard. They gonna pick it up, run it back in. What do? Do you just sit there and be like, well, they just ran that touchdown in real quick. The game over? Or do you, let's get this ball back and go.
Let's hurry up offense because we got to score now.
She knows ball.
I know. Let me tell you, because most people know sports, and I've learned that's the only way sometimes people understand these things. You know, and as businesses, it's not easy. You know, and
it's chess and checkers.
It is. It's okay if you fail. You are going to fail.
It's inevitable.
I still feel like failure is a facade, though, because it's not that you failed if you learned. You didn't really fail. Right. So, you know, I like I said, I podcast a lot. I'm like always constantly listening to books and stuff like that, audio books. And I look at a lot of inventors. I look at a lot of the stuff that they did, their lives and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The person that made the light said, I found 1,000 ways that it didn't work. Right. So it's mine to stay positive on the things that didn't work. It wasn't oh my God, this is not gonna work. We ain't gonna have no lights. It was more like, okay, that way didn't work. Let me try something else. So that's where we continue to move and continue to grow. And so we have to allow people the growth, because sometimes, like you said, we run and then we talk about them instead of saying, let me pull you to the side. Let me show you X, Y, Z. Now there's some people that's gonna be arrogant, and that's what they're gonna do. And they're gonna act like they know it all, which is why when I went to like hair school and stuff, I'm like, listen, I don't really want too many of these kids that's coming out of hair school because they think they know it all, but you don't really know this. You don't go to hair school and then make a whole lot of money. I had to stand in front of Queens on Lake and be like, hi, can I do your hair for free? And it's my business card if you like your hair, because you come back and book with me for 2 weeks. I had to do that. So now when I say I charge $100 for something, I say with a smile, with my chest out, because I done had to do. Feel me? I done had to do the free stuff. I done had to start from the bottom and grow and really get people, and understand customer service and understand how to write my book. I had to do that. So now when I'm like, here's the link, You can book online. I take a deposit. I have no problem doing that because you know what I'm saying? Because I don't put in the time. So, but it's just one of them things that we want to like jump in, like we've been doing it for 20 years and we have not. We have to learn. We have to grow. We have to keep moving forward, but keeping a positive mindset.
I was just gonna say that I always tell people failure is real. Failure is real, and this is when you fail. You fail when you do not take action. Right. When you sit there and contemplate and say, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm about to do it. I need to do this. I'm about to start doing this. You're failing because you're not actually doing it. Yep. Just do it.
Procrastination is failure.
You know what I'm saying? Learn. Like when you mess up, do you learn from it?
You learn from it.
I was listening to. You probably all of y'all probably done came in the store before and heard me listen to some motivational stuff. The one that always stuck with me was Will Smith when he said, "Fail hard, fail often, but always fail forward."
That's right.
Yeah,
and in business, it's especially important, especially in black business, because we got a lot against us, a whole lot against us. We have, and the worst part for me is that. When you can see that you have your own people against you,
yes,
and it's about that the precondition. We've been preconditioned
for sure.
And it's like. And it's so easy to just change the paradigm. It's a paradigm shift among us. So it's easy as long as we keep reaching out the way that we're reaching out to people, and it's very important that we get all these other black businesses in as much as we possibly can to feed off each other, to feed, and eventually we all gonna be full and we can feed other people.
Change your mind and change your life.
Right.
I want to say something in respects to consistency, man. I think that it's very important for black businesses to, because most black people black business owners, they don't come from a family who have passed the business down to them.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
How many of you have inherited your business? Nobody, right? And
we are all the curse breakers.
With that being said, you're doing something that is a lot different from, your stock, from the people who, brought you up. And
and there's no encouragement.
And you don't have no blueprint. You don't have anything to learn from.
We do not.
So when we get hit with the curveballs, you know what I'm saying? And then the down seasons, we be like, man, you know what? This ain't working. I'm gonna go do something else. It's easy to quit and go do something else because you haven't, been exposed to the hardships of business.
That's right.
But it's very important that we stay diligent and continue to invest in ourselves, continue to keep going on, providing a better service. Every time that you provide somebody with a service, I, observe, have an outer body experience and see the exchange, remove your own feelings and emotions out of it and really be a servant. Stop feeling bossed up. Oh, I'm bossed. Well, you're going to take it like I got it because this is why we do it. And if you just don't like it, go somewhere else.
You'll have no business.
They'd be like, all right, give me a minute. I'll be right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boss to bum. That mentality will take you from that.
At the fresh food market, we've gone in at continuing to just reinvest into the business, putting everything back in and just keep going hard. We've been fortunate enough to last year we made over 50,000 smoothies in 2019. You know what I mean? And not $50,000, 50,000 smoothies. You know what I mean?
Right.
So and that takes a lot. You know how much product, how much pounds? I'm talking about tons. Yeah. Like tons and tons and tons of bananas, of apples and strawberries and blueberries. We talking about tons here.
Do you have compost? You do compost?
Yeah, we actually we were composting with an organization. Can't remember root something, but we had too much compost for them. And they couldn't, keep up with the compost.
What about
so now we're going to community composting.
I was going to ask you, and also you're talking about horticulture and agriculture and community-based agriculture. Like, how are you hooked up with that? Are you teaching kids how to do this?
So we actually another one of our initiatives is our agriculture initiative, Be Healthy Fresh Food Farms. So we've purchased a few lots in the city of Rochester.
Yeah,
we'll be cultivating our own produce this year.
Okay, I want to learn.
And we've been working with
I
the
want
sister.
to.
Her name is Tanya Noel. Shout out to Tanya
yes,
Noel.
Tanya,
That's my
we love
sister
her.
right there. She's
Love her.
the green thumb sister of the town, man.
Okay.
She first started her garden on Flint Street and Jefferson Avenue, and we were buying all of the produce that she cultivated there. We bought all the produce because before we had the Be Healthy Fresh Food Market, we had Be Healthy Fresh Food stands. So I had stands throughout the city of Rochester where we sell produce like that. It's so very important that we begin to cultivate our own produce, and you know, and in that way we be able to employ more brothers and sisters and just keep our dollars circulating.
Now, will y'all have classes? Because I really do want to learn.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Now you're gonna have youth-based classes so that they can grow. Because we don't really see ourselves
because we
agriculture.
understand that, you know, like me and him know this not for us. This for our children's children.
Right,
exactly.
And also, I mean,
it's
saving the planet.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's right.
Because our earth is dying.
Yes, it is.
So, betting black. We have to keep betting. I will always bet black. I thank you for taking the call and saying yes. Because without you, we could not have this conversation as in depth as we, you know, just her and I together and talking about betting black. Up next, so betting black, what we have up next goes into this for next Saturday. I mean, for next Thursday, whatever.
Thursday.
Babes Chasing Bags, Women in Business, because it is Women History Month starting tomorrow. So we have a couple of women coming in next week to discuss their business and what they are doing and how they are growing it and what we can do as women, minority business owners and getting that off the ground and going. So we want to keep the conversation going. So that's what we have up next. And we're going to do some community shout outs. If you know anything that's going on when we finish, you can add on to our list because we always try to shout out. We don't have anything going on in any other cities this week. So please don't kill us. We will have things coming up for next week, hopefully, because we try to shout out all over.
Yeah, you can
we would encourage, like,
you can hit that.
For us at the Be Healthy Fresh Food Market, we would encourage like the local agriculture people is that the black farmers,
please come see us.
Please come in and see us. Please, we would love to just openly let everybody know where we getting everything from. This is black on black time, all right?
Right.
So as long as we do that, we'll
all
be
black
great.
everything. We going for it.
We're going to provide some information on in the future on how, you know, we can get you guys' products in our store as well.
And I told you before, we bring back or we get hibiscus, the whole flower from Egypt. So we bring that.
Some Egyptian hibiscus,
Yes.
Is hibiscus one of our staples?
That's like number one tea. You hear me? Number one tea.
Hibiscus with a shot of fire.
It's some in my refrigerator right now.
It's
so good.
We have the whole flower. We bring it in from Egypt. So
can I just give a tip to the people out there that's like, well, where do I start and how do I, you know, one of the things that helped me with being aware of buying black, I would set aside a number of dollars.
Right.
And I would say, I'm going to spend this with a black business, no matter what it was, no matter whether it was just breakfast at Arnett Cafe or just
even
smaller.
How about a black babysitter? How get somebody black to wash your car, like really shovel your snow.
You know, some of your necessities.
Yeah, black handyman.
Community service, like when you start with the services that you need from day to day, you can then start delegating and spreading your dollars.
And we need diversity too, because a lot of us do the same things.
Yeah,
and all that money is gonna stay where it's at. Like years ago, this was years ago in the 50s, 60s, stuff like that, when there was a unique unity to where they did what was known as a community cookie jar, to where each business owner, they put away a certain amount of money so that every month they could pay the rent for another business.
That's nice.
That was
tough as nails. They also did this for like house parties to make sure they have, they call rent parties, stuff like that right there.
That's cool.
So it's very important that we just keep feeding ourselves, feeding the community, just little bits and pieces at a time to watch it just keep growing, because it's going to just keep growing regardless.
Absolutely.
I believe, I see different on the horizon. I do. So our community shout outs, these are a few events that we know that's going on. And if you know any more. So we have Jodeci versus Drew Hill at Water Street, March 14th. I'm not even touching that. It's a live band. I'm picking Jodeci. I gotta go with Jodeci. I'm sorry, KC. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I gotta go with KC.
Oh, no.
Okay. I gotta go Okay.
He said ooh, yeah, too.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
Okay, so Power Hour March 24th at Native Eatery Bar.
yeah.
So that's a networking for us to go and
Rashad, right?
support with Rashad.
Okay.
So then we have Mother and Daughter Tea Time March 7th at Too Pretty to Eat Bakery. We have the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Silent Disco March 6th at Historic German House, and you can get that on Eventbrite. And then the last one that we know about, we have Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Jazz Brunch May 16th at Hyatt Regency. That's my mother's 65th birthday. It's going down, y'all.
So I have 3 events.
You have
coming up.
ribbons.
Yep.
Please let us know.
So April 19th, me and Khadijah, shout out to Rock Royal. We're gonna be having a natural hair show. That's our very first one.
Nice.
Yeah.
So maybe pull my hair out
And it's called In the Beginning, because we're giving it that, Adam
Nice.
and Eden garden, vibe, because that's where it all started.
When is this again?
April 19th. It's on Sunday. It's going to be at the Village Gate. And then May 3rd, I'm having a brunch and bingo. It's an all women's event.
Okay.
So, and I'll be speaking. I did Bringo, because brunch and bingo, and I, kind of took each letter and did some words to it. So we're going to be talking about, the boldness, the intuitiveness, all of the things that makes us women, and the things that we have in common. And then June 6th, I am having Blocks and Lanes again, and that'll be our bowling event that I have every year. So I'm excited.
I like that.
We're ready.
I might go over there.
Yeah, come on. Anybody can come. Anybody can come. You don't have to have locks to be a part of it.
Do you have anything coming up, or are you vendoring anywhere? Or we just gonna roll up on Be Healthy like we always do?
Yeah, roll up. Oh, roll up, but don't, I'm not promoting, drug smoking. But anyways, I'm messing. I want to express some awareness to my brother Damon Meeks, who is running for office, state assemblyman.
Yes,
he is a great brother. He's a brother for the community. So if you haven't take some time to look into what the brother is doing, I would strongly encourage y'all to do that, because we need voices in the state to speak on our behalf, and he's definitely the brother we need up in there.
He is.
Yep. So and I just I don't know if you had anything, but I wanted to just give a couple shout outs, especially to this sister across the table, Ashley. Thank you so very much for all that she's poured. She poured and she made people like her, people like yourself. You guys really make our business possible, and I'm so grateful to be here amongst you. I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to meet you both.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Yeah, any ways that we can support what you guys are doing, let us know.
Thank you.
Because you guys have supported us tremendously.
Yes.
Yep. That's it for me. You got anything?
And then wait a minute, Ashley just gave me one. Battle of the Brushes is a makeup competition coming up in March.
That's Rock Royal and Modish Artistry.
And
Modish Artistry.
Modish Artistry.
Yeah.
I just try to say it twice.
Artistry.
Modish Artistry.
It's over 700 in cash and prizes. So we don't have a date, but check out that Battle of the Brushes.
Y'all go to
I'm interested in that.
Yes, she needs to be there, because I don't know what I'm doing.
But that's why you need to be there.
I don't have anything right now, but we just look forward, to providing people with the best possible health, nutrition, and information. That's one of the things that we're going to be focused on too, is becoming more informative, so that people have a definite,
What about
like little health symposium?
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff in store. We got classes for a cooking week, coming out with a cookbook.
Yes. Come on.
We're gonna have some events coming up this year, and we actually have some events scheduled right now. I didn't want to, throw any misinformation out there, so I'm just gonna hold back on that
now.
So go to their
They
page.
can go on social media and find out
we
what's
keep
going
everything
on.
online.
Right?
Yep.
So we will see you next week with Babes Chasing Bags, and we just.
And I'll see you on Taco Tuesday.
You gotta call me out like that. Oh, you gotta call me out. You don't see me on Taco Tuesday.
Listen, I was sick, okay, and they brought my food to my house, and I just want to say thank you to them because they take when you take care of them, they take care of you, and that's community for sure. Okay,
thank you. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.